Okay, part of me wants to watch it, but part of me also just doesn't, because I'm about to hear some bullshit. I'm about to. Let's just. Hold on.
I don't care who did it. I just want her back.
She doesn't deserve this. Just let her go. Just drop her off anywhere. The hospital. Just please, if you could just find it in your hearts. Just please let her go.
The family's gravely concerned. The fact that she was shot and kidnapped is a parent's worst nightmare.
It really is a mystery. This started as a shooting and it ended with a kidnapping.
Andrea Vasquez was
Hold on,
born
Mike. I look good in this thing. Hey, how good I
Downey
look
City,
though?
California. She grew up in a one-story
How good
house
do I
with her
look? Come on,
Mexican
just say you
immigrant
wanna.
parents, Eduardo and Anna,
Don't
as
forget
well
the
as her much
balls.
older
Don't
sister,
forget the
Edlin.
balls.
Her
Okay.
father was originally
I'm
from
watching too much
Jalisco,
C-Banks. I'm
Mexico,
bugging.
so she used to spend summer vacations there when she was young. As a child, Andrea's introverted nature didn't deter her from leaving a lasting impact on those around her. Despite having a small circle of friends, she was known for her wit, humor, and ability to lift spirits. Her father also encouraged her to engage in sports, so from ages 7 to 14, she dedicated herself to soccer, earning accolades and trophies from the Downey Youth Soccer League. However, it was in high school that Andrea's true passion emerged, the world of fashion. During her junior and senior years, she often expressed her dreams of creating clothes for renowned artists and luxury brands. She also envisioned the creation of her own online boutique. This was why she eventually decided to pursue fashion design at Fullerton College. While studying, she also worked part-time at a mall in Cerritos, California. As a side hustle, she also helped her sister Edlin with her lash art business. Despite a 15-year age gap, Andrea and her older sister shared a remarkable bond. The siblings often referred to each other as soulmates. Despite their contrasting personalities, they bonded over their love for coffee and music, and even got a tattoo of each other's.
What? My fault, y'all. My fault. I'm back. I'm back.
Name on their necks.
Hey, come on. How good do I look? My bad.
Regarding matters of the heart,
Bugging.
Andrea's love life began to flourish in her late teens. According to Anna, Andrea and her boyfriend had been acquainted since high school. However, they never found themselves in the same class and rarely exchanged words on campus. It was only years later that their romance would blossom.
I loved her more than anybody could understand. Every moment with her was like a dream, you know?
Sure, this is something like that's crazy, bro. That's so.
Summer night. On August 19th, 2023, the couple decided to go on a date at Penn Park in Whittier, California. There, they sat in the trunk of their parked car for hours, enjoying each other's company until a little past midnight. Suddenly, a white Toyota Tacoma pickup truck pulled up near their vehicle. The couple initially didn't pay attention to it and went about with their date. However, the driver then stepped out of his truck with a weapon in hand. Without warning, he began to open fire in the couple's direction. With no time to react, Andrea was immediately shot in the head. Both she and her boyfriend fell to the ground just behind their car. Andrea's boyfriend was immediately shot in the head. Both she and her boyfriend fell to the ground just behind their car. Without warning, he began to open fire in the couple's direction. With no time to react, Andrea was immediately shot in the head.
Shot in the head?
Both she and her boyfriend fell to the ground just behind their car.
God damn.
Andrea's boyfriend instinctively crouched in a desperate attempt to shield himself. He then looked over to his girlfriend to assess the gravity of her injuries. By this point, she was already bleeding profusely from the gunshot wound. Desperately wanting to get some help, he tried to get up to check if the shooter was still there.
Why'd he do that for, though? What the
horror,
fuck?
He spotted the gunman with his rifle raised. He was slowly making his way towards him.
When he got really close, he was about like 5 feet, 6 feet, and he just looked at me. He had like no emotions in his eyes. Just he looked like he was on a mission, and I could tell like he.
Why the fuck did you do that for?
Google Scholar sucks at filtering out terrible results.
Fuck Otter.
Fearing for his life, he then made the agonizing decision to run away, leaving his girlfriend behind.
She was already shot in the head. I mean,
Surprising twist.
there's nothing wrong with
Gunman
that.
actually allowed him to flee and didn't fire another shot.
Really?
Andrea's boyfriend then frantically sought help from another couple in the park. He also called the emergency hotline to report the incident to the police.
You mean 911?
Contacted Andrea's family to
Why the
let
fuck
them
do you
know
say
what just
emergency
happened.
hotline? I just say 911.
However, it was during this critical moment
Not the point.
the
My bad.
assailant took advantage of his absence. The gunman picked Andrea up from the ground and forcibly dragged her into his truck before driving away. Moments later, Andrea's boyfriend heard the pickup truck leaving. He hastily returned to the crime scene to check on his girlfriend. However, Andrea and the gunman were no longer there.
Oh,
All that was
hell
left was a
no.
pool of
Show it up,
blood
Vice
near his
Monkey.
car. Upon learning what happened to Andrea, Edlin immediately tried to track her whereabouts via Apple's Find My iPhone feature. She and her sister had made it a habit of sharing each other's locations for their safety, so she was
Why the fuck
confident
do
she'd
yo?
be
I'm
able
not.
to find
Yo,
Andrea.
motherfucker killed him and just took her body.
Edlin then drove from her home in Downey and followed the directions indicated on her sister's phone.
Oh
Eventually,
fuck!
she ended up
God
in an
damn, Vice
isolated
Monkey, you're
open
bugging,
field in
gang.
Riverside County in Moreno Valley.
Oh, Monkey bugging,
She
bro. I
got
have
there,
no idea
the
what that
local
is. I
authorities
appreciate it,
hadn't
though, man.
arrived yet, so she started searching for her sister on her own. However, Andrea was nowhere to be found.
Hey,
To
Wise
make
Money,
matters
you get to
worse,
the
Edlin
back.
spotted a
God
pile of
damn.
blood within the
Oh
vicinity.
fuck!
At this point, she began to fear the worst. Meanwhile, Andrea's mother, Anna, and their aunt went to the Downey police station for help. Anna provided the authorities with the location indicated on her daughter's phone. She also informed them that, based on witnesses in the park, it was a white pickup truck that took her daughter. Anna and her sister then pleaded for the local officers to intervene. Unfortunately, they'd be met with bureaucratic hurdles. This added frustration to the already distressing situation.
They say you have to go to Whittier Police, and I say I can't even drive. I was shaking. I cannot drive, and they said
Hold
"Then
on.
you have to wait.
No, I gotta be
till they
distracted.
come."
Hold on, go back a little bit. What the
Distressing
heck?
situation.
They say you.
Worst. Meanwhile, Andrea's mother, Anna, and their aunt went to the Downey police station for help. Anna provided the authorities with the location indicated on her daughter's phone. She also informed them that, based on witnesses in the park, it was a white pickup truck that took her daughter. Anna and her sister then pleaded for the local officers to intervene. Unfortunately, they'd be met with bureaucratic hurdles. This added frustration to the already distressing situation.
But I wanna hear some bullshit.
You have to go to Whittier Police.
Yo, motherfucker. Huh? Yo, I just told you what, my daughter got shot in the head? Well, got shot. I don't know if she told her that. Was kidnapped. I'll tell you what the car looks like. And you tell me that I need to go to another police station because that's not in what, your area? You can't just... Yo, that is insane. I'm not gonna lie. Some cop told me that shit about my daughter. What? Yo, that's crazy, gang.
And I say I can't even drive. I was shaking. I cannot drive, and they said then you have to wait till they come here.
Given that the crime took place
That
in
is
Whittier,
insane.
the Downey police force refrained
What?
from immediate action.
Yo,
According to them,
motherfucker, I just told you my daughter was shot and kidnapped. And your bitch ass tells me that you can't do it, that you, not even that you can't, you won't do anything about it because it's not in what, this area, district, whatever the fuck you want to call it? You should have been the one, you guys should have been the one to been fucking kidnapped. What?
simply following jurisdictional boundaries. Furthermore, one particular officer said that it'd be virtually impossible to stop every white truck driving on the freeway to look for Andrea and the suspect.
It hurt me so much to see my sister like that, and I approached
Yeah,
to
fuck
the
out her, dickhead.
officers.
Cops bugging, what?
At that time, we believe it was a white truck, and I say to the officers, please, it's a white truck. They have my niece. Please, can you do something? You know, her sister is tracking her phone. The officer told me.
Yeah, they
"You know
literally
how
got her
many white
fucking
trucks
location
are
and
on
they
the
won't even do
freeway?"
anything,
And
bro.
I told her, stop all of them.
What the Downey police force did instead was to contact the Whittier station to ensure a coordinated and appropriate response. While the Downey officers were just trying to follow protocol, the Vasquez family became understandably upset at their seeming lack of urgency. Former
Yeah, I don't blame
LAPD
them.
detective and Vasquez family spokesman Moses Castillo also raised concerns about how the Downey police force initially responded.
Why couldn't they do that? Simple as that.
He remarked that the local authorities should have gone after the kidnapper, even if it required crossing jurisdictional boundaries. In urgent situations like this, boundaries should not have been an issue.
Yeah,
Nonetheless, as soon as the
that should be the
report reached
last
Whittier
thing you're
police
worried
station,
about, talking
they
about some
acted
fucking
immediately.
boundaries.
Their law enforcement team swiftly deployed members to the Moreno Valley location, pinpointed by Andrea's phone. They arrived fully equipped with drones and K-9 units as they began a thorough search of the expansive open field. Additionally, they sent out a missing person alert across multiple social media platforms as they sought any information regarding Andrea's whereabouts. As for the Vasquez family, while they were extremely worried, they clung to hope, trusting that the dedicated police officers would find Andrea alive. They knew it was a long shot, but as devout Christians, they also believed that a miracle could still happen. Drawing strength from their faith, the Vasquez clan held a prayer vigil at Penn Park, at the very spot where Andrea was shot and abducted. For the next 48 hours following Andrea's disappearance, the Whittier police force tirelessly worked around the clock to locate her. They persevered despite the challenges posed by Tropical Storm Hillary, which unleashed powerful winds and heavy rainfall. This significantly complicated the already demanding task of searching through the fields.
They had a search crew, K-9s, drones, everything around that area, but unfortunately that's when the hurricane hit that night, so it was really hard to do anything else.
Finally, on August 21st, at around 11:50 p.m., their search operation would come to a tragic end.
If you play video games a lot,
Oh my god, I've gotten this hat so many fucking times now. Leave me the fuck alone.
You say the body of Andrea Vasquez was found in a field
Oh,
nearly 48 hours
shit.
after she was abducted in Whittier.
Detectives found Andrea's lifeless body in a vegetation field off Alessandro Boulevard and Merwin Street.
Yo,
in
please
Moreno
tell me
Valley.
they find the killer.
This particular remote area was around 60 miles from Penn Park. She
Damn.
was kidnapped. The spot where they found her also wasn't far from the last location indicated on her sister's phone.
Yeah, of course it
Her
was.
identity was confirmed quickly, partly due to the tattoo of her sister's name on her neck. Because it was really late, the Whittier police officers opted to delay delivering the heartbreaking news to Andrea's family until the following day. On the morning of August 22nd, the Vasquez
that's not a
family
bad thing, is it?
received the official notification about Andrea's tragic fate. For her family,
Yeah, rest in
it
peace,
marked the
Andrea,
most
man.
agonizing day of their lives.
Today is the worst day of my life. We received the news that my daughter died, and we have a lot of hope that she was alive. But this morning,
Rest in
everything.
peace, man.
And I can describe pain. I know, and I hope you understand me.
We are devastated. My uncle and my aunt are heartbroken. We have a good, strong support, a family support, and so we're here supporting and just trying to process all of this. It's hard.
Community members held another candlelight vigil that night at Penn Park in a show of solidarity. This time, more than 100 people showed up to honor Andrea's memory. Friends and families prayed and took turns reminiscing about their most cherished moments with the deceased. In an interview with a local news station covering this event, Andrea's mother publicly appealed for an end to the criticisms directed at her daughter's boyfriend. The Vasquez family held no ill will against him for what he did.
What you want to do to the boyfriend?
Believed
She was
he only
already
did
shot
the
at that
thing
time,
by
right?
running-
She was already shot. What was he supposed to do? No, if she wasn't shot and then she just left him, I could see it, I guess. But she was already shot. What did you want him to do?
away and calling for help.
A lot of people are speculating he may have had something to do with this.
What?
A lot of mean, nasty comments online. You were just telling me you wish that would stop.
Yeah, because
That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
He do the right thing. If he don't do what he do, he was another victim.
Since this shooting
Yeah,
and
I'm not gonna lie. If he
kidnapping
don't do
incident
that
was
shit,
first
he
reported,
probably
Andrea's
the next one to
boyfriend has
die, bro.
faced harsh comments from the public,
That's
for leaving
crazy.
her behind at the crime scene. Some even went as far as insinuating that he was in on the crime since he was able to escape
Sure, I'm
unscathed.
not gonna lie. Okay, that does seem a bit suspicious, but that fucking news
These
was just trying to.
allegations, however, have no basis. Nonetheless, the public criticisms did affect him. It partly contributed to his decision to maintain anonymity throughout the media coverage of the incident.
Fair enough.
While the Vasquez family was still grappling with the aftermath of this tragic event, local authorities announced a significant breakthrough in the case later that same day.
And
The
the same
Whittier
day.
Police Department arrested Gabriel Esparza.
Look at this fucking loser over here. Yeah. Look at this fucking loser over here, man. Yo, what the fuck are you looking at? Look at this loser, man.
Afternoon.
That's all I'm gonna say, man. I ain't trying to get banned. Word, baby.
Detectives from the Whittier Police Department revealed that they had apprehended the assailant, a 20-year-old man.
Yo, keeps reminding me like that. I'm gonna.
Named Gabriel Sean Esparza. His arrest actually took place the day before.
Lame ass first name. Look at this fucking loser over here.
Approximately 3 p.m. This was just a few hours prior to the discovery of Andrea's body. The police took him without incident at his workplace in Lakewood City. Local authorities were also able to recover the weapon and the white Toyota Tacoma pickup truck Esparza used to carry out this heinous crime. Based on reports, the weapon that Esparza used was registered under the name of another family member. It's noteworthy that, under California law...
You gotta be 18 years old to buy a rifle or a shotgun, but 21 to buy a handgun?
Ownership of a rifle requires an individual to be at least 21 years old. Because the investigation is still ongoing, the police officers decided not to go into specifics on how they were able to track the perpetrator. However, a few reliable sources from Fox 11 Los Angeles claimed that Esparza gave an extremely detailed confession before his arrest. When asked about this, Esparza's legal counsel Ambrosio Rodriguez merely skirted around the question.
What up, Wise Monkey? Appreciate the donuts. Or whatever that was.
Record, comes from a very good family, was a full-time college student.
Appreciate that, man.
Had a full-time job.
As for the Whittier police force, they did disclose some crucial.
Yo, any games you wanna see me play?
Preliminary
I got some money saved up. I could buy that
For
bitch.
instance, they revealed that Esparza
You wanna
had
see
no
me do
connection
something? Just let me know.
whatsoever with
I'll
Andrea
do it.
Vasquez or her boyfriend. All signs indicated that this was a random crime. The couple was merely at the wrong place at the wrong time. This answered the burning question of the Vasquez family as to why
Random
Andrea
crime.
was targeted in the first place.
Motherfucker just randomly decided to pull up to a couple, just randomly shoot a girl. Tell me he never saw her on the internet, never saw her a day in her life, and just said, you know what, I'm gonna shoot this girl right here. What?
This also put to rest the theories floating on social media sites that the perpetrator was a jilted ex-lover of the victim. The investigators further verified that after Esparza abducted Andrea, he indeed drove to a remote area in Moreno Valley. However, their next revelation would show just how gruesome the nature of this crime truly was.
Oh my gosh.
Authorities disclosed that upon reaching the open field, Esparza attempted to do unspeakable acts on Andrea's body.
Do you need a free and easy way?
Yo, this dude is oh my god, yo, this is a loser. Yo, what did I just hear, dog? Yo, hold on.
Before ultimately choosing to abandon her in the field and drive away. It was never established whether Andrea was still alive by this point.
There's no way, right?
Evidence
She
showed
shot
that
in
she
the
was
head.
still bleeding heavily from the gunshot wound by the time her body was discarded in the open field. This development came as a shock to Esparza's friends and family. According to his lawyer, everyone who knew him couldn't believe he had been charged with this crime. This is because he had no criminal record prior to this incident.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. Your son's a loser. Get the fuck out of here. Your son's a loser. He should have. Ooh, let me not say that. Wait, hold on. What the fuck did you just say? Yo, I'm not gonna lie about. I know it's money. I know how much it is, so I appreciate it. If I'm not reacting as big as I should be, my bad. I'm a bug. I don't know what that means. I just know that it's money because you told me that shit yesterday. Hey, you get to the bed, man. Hey, Wise Monkey, you get to the bag, huh? Damn. You sent me 19 of those little TikTok symbol things. Appreciate it.
Disclosed university.
God
He also
damn.
worked full-time at a Pep Boys automotive service branch in Lakewood City. Moreover, he came from a privileged background, with his father working as a captain at the Los Angeles County Fire Department. Throughout his life, he never showed any indication that he was even capable of doing something so gruesome.
Yeah. Shut up. Your son's a
also
loser.
added
Get the
that
fuck
his
out of
client
here.
felt scared after his
You
arrest.
gotta check into TikTok.
Further claimed that
Oh,
Esparza
bet.
was just beginning to understand what was
Hey,
going on.
even if it's not much, I appreciate it.
Some legal experts interpreted this as suggesting that Esparza's lawyer could be considering a temporary insanity defense strategy. On August
Man, get the
23rd,
fuck out of here. Send
2023,
us
first
to
of
jail for
several
life.
preliminary hearings was held for this case. Around 30 of Andrea's closest friends and families gathered in a downtown Los Angeles courtroom to show support. It was also the first time they met face-to-face with the assailant. During the hearing, the prosecutors formally filed 7 charges against Gabriel Esparza. These charges include attempted murder, kidnapping with the intent to commit another crime, attack with intent to commit a felony, and 2 counts of attempted forceful act. Yet despite the rumors that Esparza had already confessed to the crime, his lawyer would enter a not guilty plea for him on all charges.
Man.
Another preliminary hearing took
Man,
place on October
man,
25th,
hell no.
2023.
Hell no.
Andrea's
Send his ass to
closest
jail,
friends and
bro.
families
Get the
gathered
fuck
in the
out of here with that
courtroom
shit.
to show support
Talking about
and
some
hope
not
for a
guilty.
conclusion to this case. However, the
Oh,
judge
fuck.
merely rescheduled the hearing to early 2024. Vasquez family spokesman Moses Castillo acknowledged
video come
that
out?
these preliminary
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
hearings may be drawn out
That shit
over
came out a year ago.
2024 or even 2025 before an official trial begins. Because of Esparza's not guilty plea, it's possible that it may take several years before he's finally sentenced.
Years?
Regardless of how long the
What?
legal proceedings may take, the Vasquez family
Oh,
remains
hell
steadfast in
no.
securing justice for their beloved
Yours is
daughter.
crazy. Didn't he already admit to this shit? What? Yo, he already admitted to this shit. How the fuck is it gonna take years?
This not happen to other girl.
Aiding them in their quest is Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon. In an interview, the DA vowed that he'll do everything in his power to ensure that Esparza is ultimately held accountable for his actions.
Yeah. You just doing this shit again
He sought
for when
special
Red
circumstance
Lash
charges
comes out.
against Esparza, something he never did with his other cases. In the context of California law, when a defendant is charged with special circumstances, it implies that certain elements make the crime more severe or heinous. And if convicted, the defendant faces enhanced penalties. With this, Gabriel Esparza could face a conviction.
Yo,
that would
Wise
give him the
Monkey, is there
maximum
anything you want to see me
penalty of
play
life
or
imprisonment
watch?
Without the possibility of parole.
I'll get that
Capital
game if you want me
punishment
to.
is also
I
a
don't
legal
mind.
penalty in California. However, as of June 2023, it cannot be put in effect due to an official moratorium
see your ass as
imposed by
Andres
Governor
Pereira.
Gavin Newsom.
Well, I'm
suspending
bugging.
all
Why'd I just call?
executions.
Whoa.
As
I
of
mean,
late
Alex
2023,
Pereira. Fuck.
Esparza is being
Just
held
called this
without
motherfucker a
bail
soccer
at
player.
Whittier Police Department. As part of the ongoing investigation, an
Do what you wanna
autopsy
do,
was
bro. I
conducted on
bet.
Andrea's body the day after the preliminary hearing, August 24th, 2023. However,
Alright,
her
bro.
official
But I'm
cause
Dead
of
by
death
Daylight soon.
remains a mystery as the
I've been doing this shit
Riverside
like every single
County
day,
Coroner's
but
Office
it's a good fucking game.
refused to
I'm not
disclose
gonna
the
lie.
results to the public. It was also around this time that the Downey Police Department issued a statement in answer to the criticisms of their initial response to the case. According to their press release, they actively engaged in the case as soon as Andrea's mother approached them in the early hours of August 20th. They further asserted that they swiftly gathered information from Andrea's boyfriend and promptly shared it with the Whittier Police Department. To show their support, the Whittier station also acknowledged the help of the Downey Police Department in finding the killer within 48 hours of the crime.
Hoping that God give me the miracle. It doesn't happen.
Given how the tragic events had impacted her relatives' lives, Andrea's cousin, Diana Ortiz, took the initiative to launch a GoFundMe campaign to aid the Vasquez family in their journey through grief and pursuit of justice. The response was overwhelming, with contributions pouring in from all over the country. Many also sent condolences and well wishes to the family on the fundraising platform. Within a month after the fundraiser began, the Vasquez family had received a little over $40,000.
God damn!
Donors. They expressed
40?
gratitude for the outpouring of support. However, they temporarily halted the fundraising campaign at this time. On September 6th, 2023, family and friends bid their last goodbyes to Andrea as she was laid to rest at Rose Hills Memorial in Whittier, California. It was a beautiful ceremony celebrating a life that had been taken too soon. Andrea Vasquez had a promising future ahead of her before this senseless act of violence tragically cut her life short.
My daughter have a brilliant future, and now she's not here.
We're looking forward to get justice for my daughter.
Yes.
And we're not going to stop until justice is done because no one deserves this.
Nonetheless, her memory will live on in the hearts of her loved ones, those whose lives she touched.
She's an angel. Not because she's my daughter. She's an angel.
She was special. She was special. And that's what everybody told me. She was special.
She didn't deserve this at all. If,
Fuck,
anyone knew
hold
her,
on.
they knew how much of a
fuck.
good person she was.
You know, I always love her. And I just miss
Oh,
her.
oh shit, it's you. What up? Yo, I'm on Twitch right now. Hey, what up? K. Elman. Hold on, I gotta see if this dude if this dude's been arrested yet, cause police have his name here. God damn it, I gotta go look around. Hold on. Hold on, there you go.
Systems did affect him.
Yeah.
My work is easy.
Fuck.
Here's how I keep track of all my
It's me, Wise Monkey.
I start by
Yeah.
brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list.
What up, big dog?
Next, I set a priority.
What up,
and a due
Wise
date to keep things on
Monkey?
track.
Hold on. Hey, did you watch? I seen your account on TikTok. Did you watch that Kamaru Usman fight last week?
At approximately 3
This last Saturday, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna watch it, but I completely forgot that he was fighting.
Andrea's body. Recover the weapon.
What's,
His arrest actually.
hold on, what's his name? Fuck. It's Gabriel something.
Detectives from
Yes,
the
sir.
Whittier
Not
Police
gonna lie, I was gonna watch
Department
it.
revealed that they had
I completely
apprehended
forgot that it's going on until I
20-year-old
checked my
man
phone.
named
Until I
Gabriel
checked Twitter, I was like,
Sean
oh, fuck. Hold on. See if this motherfucker's been arrested yet. I watched that Sean O'Malley fight. Not gonna lie, bruh. Oh my god, I just about to say mess. Sean. Hold on, there you go. Update, yeah, I guess. Oh god, no. His trial scene, but it didn't happen yet. Yeah, he did dominate. I'm not gonna lie, he did. Not too good, bro. Yeah, he is. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it might be close, which was just dumb, but yeah. You know what fight I'm excited for? Charles Oliveira. I need him to get that title back, man. When is that fight actually? Let me check. Oh, hold on, let me end this YouTube video real quick. The Bronx, shout out to the Bronx Oliveira. Woohoo, hold on, let me end this YouTube video.